Alrighty. Hey, what's up guys? Let's welcome back to Tsukihime Piece of Blue Glass Moon. Last time, oh man, there's a lot of drama happened. CL was angry that we were going to see Arkwid, and she ended up coming with us, and things did not go well. And now both are kinda gone. Arkwid was like, you know what, fine, have him, but then Shiki made a mistake in his wording, and now CL's disappeared. So that's not great. But yeah, now we're on to the 10th day, Arc and CL 2. Which, you know, obviously, you know, CL's root, so she's not gonna be gone forever, but still, things definitely could have gone better. Hey, Meridak, definitely could have been less, unfortunate. As I sleep, I dream. A hazy, meaningless dream that lingers on my tongue like burnt sugar. Yeah, thinking back on the mistakes you made, do you want her? I don't know. I have reason enough to, and we've grown so close. Everything's such a mess now that I can't remember how I felt at first. But no matter how messy our relationship is, there's no denying that I've developed feelings for her. And do you love her? Yeah. I don't know anymore. I know I want to see her. I want to hear her voice. But when I imagine openly declaring my feelings, I hesitate. Yeah, no, it's not easy to do, you know. Can't blame you. She means a lot to me. But I'm scared to consider what I might mean to her. I mean, to be fair, you've had a lot of reason given as to doubt her, right? So it's like, can't really blame you for why you second guess how she feels. Because again, the circumstances are very suspect. After I learned who I truly am, and there's no sugarcoating it. As great of a menace as vampires are to humanity, my eyes are no less an abomination. I mean, yeah. I should have never been born at all. Wow. In a just world, I would have frozen to death right there in the rain. Shiki, are you okay? Actually, no, why am I asking that? Of course you're not okay. Of course you're not. That's what would have happened if she hadn't assured me that I could still atone. More than love, I feel an overwhelming gratitude to her. And with that, a desire not to disappoint her. Yeah. So now I don't know how I feel. All I wanted was to see her smile. So why? Why did I do the one thing I should never have done? Bring up... yeah, why did I cause her so much pain? To be fair, again, I understand from her point of view why she would think you would reject her. But she should have given you the benefit of the doubt. Hey, Hisui. Hisui's voice filters through the early morning light.
Shiki-sama, お目覚めのお時間です。どうかお気を確かに。
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard, Hisui, but try. My consciousness rises from the depths. The voice, monotonous but sincere, like a whispered prayer, guides me to the surface. Might want to put those glasses on, buddy. Ow. The instant I open my eyes, a sickening pain stabs through my temples. I must still be exhausted from last night.
おはよう、翡翠。今朝もありがとう。時間はちょっと余裕ないかな。すぐに着替えて食堂に行くよ。
Yeah, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I crawl out of bed, still in my pajamas. You doing okay, buddy? The throbbing in my head persists, but it should settle down with time. Will it?
シキ
I
さ
don't
ん、
know about that.
メガネはおかけにならないのですか？
Yeah, this is the third, maybe fourth time he's just like not realized. That's getting kind of concerning.
ああ、かけるよ。ちょっと頭痛がするから。
Right.
シキ様、今朝もご気分が優れないのですか？
Not really. Not really, no.
大丈夫。頭痛はすぐに収まる。体調だって悪くないし、ここのところ調子はいい。考え事が
Yeah.
ちょっと寝不足なだけなんだ。
Yeah, a lot on your mind is the reason, uh-huh. Well, I mean, I guess it's part of it, to be fair, but there's a bit more than that. Yeah, you know, being out late, having to fight. Well, you didn't fight, but yeah. To Hisui, I must look like death warmed over. I can't even muster the energy to put on a brave face. Ciel's goodbye chased me into my dreams and still occupies my thoughts now that I'm awake again. My brain refuses to focus on anything else. Not Arkwid's odd behavior last night, not the pressing matter of sniffing out Roa's remaining minions.
では、学校はお休みにならないのですね。
Yeah.
ああ、行くよ。急がないと遅刻しちゃうけど。
Well, that's not good. The school is my only point of contact with Ciel. I doubt she's gonna be there today. I'll be real with you, Shiki. I do not think she's gonna be there. I won't let one little headache take that away from me.
かしこまりました。
Yeah.
それでは、どうかご無理をなさらぬようお願いします。
we'll try. With eyes full of unspoken concerns, Hisui leaves the room. Another wave of pain assaults me. It subsided while I was talking with Hisui, only to flare right back up the moment she left. Ah!
まず、これ。すぐに。
No, it is not.
収まりそう
It is not. It is not going anywhere. Oh boy. It feels like I've plunged my head into a paper shredder. This is different from my usual vertigo. This is a tearing, grinding pain. Yeah, you should inform the maids and whatnot of what's going on. You can't keep going on like this, buddy. I can't even keep myself upright. Burying myself under the duvet, I clutch my head in my hands and try to weather the storm. Bro, you need to call for help. The pain refuses to pass. Over the past 7 years, I've learned time and time again that there's no running from my own biology. Buddy. But it's not usually this bad. Someone is driving a 5-inch nail into my brainstem, scattering my thoughts with every swing of the hammer. Looking back on it, my whole life since the accident has been an uneasy negotiation with my body. Sudden dizzy spells, headaches, and bouts of anemia have simply been par for the course. It's cost me countless things other people would consider normal. The doctors told me it was a miracle I survived, and that I should be grateful to be alive at all. And perhaps they were warning me not to complain about the pain I would have to endure in exchange. I woke up seeing death all around me. As she taught me to accept my eyes, my mentor told me to treasure this miracle. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like a miracle now, huh? I wonder what she meant by that. Perhaps she was telling me that, well, human life has no inherent value, I should cherish it because it's irreplaceable. I've seen a lot of death over the past few days, yeah. So many lives, all so comically fragile, each one spared or snuffed out on the flip of a coin. There's no wall separating the living from the dead. No one has a barrier around them to keep them safe. Any security we feel in our continued existence is an illusion. Oh, well, no. It's a great outlook. I mean, you're not really wrong, I suppose, but still. Life can end at any time, irrespective of our hopes or desires. To insist such a thing has value is to fail to grasp its nature. Huh? Wait. There. That doesn't that sound like me? Sound just like you? Like who, buddy? Like who? My headache finally subsides. I take a deep breath and pull myself together. The crisp morning air helps to wash the stress away.
よし、落ち着いた。
Is it? I mean, I guess so. But, it's kind of concerning how abrupt it was. I can't afford to fall apart. Not now. I've still got a job to do. And there's still the vampires we have to purge from the city, as well as working with Arkwid and helping Ciel. Ciel, of course. She won't be going anywhere while there are still vampires around. And as long as she's here, she'll probably keep up her high school student facade. Will she? Will she now? Well, it's a straw to cling to, at any rate. The sooner I get to school, the sooner I can find out. Still nursing a throbbing head, I step out into the hallway. Yeah, how long were you, writhing in pain? I'm going to assume it's longer than you intended. I descend the stairs to the lobby. The dining room is down the corridor to my right. In front of me, the double doors promise passage to the outside. I hesitate for a moment. Do I eat breakfast in the dining room and then drop in an Akiha in the parlor as usual? Or focus on finding Ciel as soon as I possibly can? What should I do? I mean... Alright. So my thinking here is... Obviously because it's Ciel's route, right? I should prioritize her. Maybe if she sees us looking for her, she'll come out and... No, it wouldn't be that easy though. But it might sway her later on. Whereas if we say good morning... Shiki might end up getting convinced to stay home, maybe? Which would potentially harm our prospects. I have a hard time seeing how either of these would lead to a dead end, but... actually... I actually could see how, well... And I'm gonna say good morning just to see... Actually, here, let me save. Already did save. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm gonna say good morning and see what happens. I'm too on edge to relax and enjoy breakfast today, but I can at least wish everyone good morning. My head might be filled with Ciel, but I'm still the Tono family's firstborn son and Akiha's brother. And that you are. Let me guess, is there someone here? I enter the parlor to find Akiha, Hisui, and Kohaku all there.
Ohayo, Akiha, Kohaku-san.
Yeah.
Hisui mo sakki shita kedo, mou ikkai. Ohayo.
Suppressing all thoughts of Ciel and my lingering headache, I do my best to sound natural.
おはようございます、兄さん。
Yeah, you look concerned.
翡翠から聞きました。今朝は特に体調が悪いのだとか。
Just a little headache, you know, no big deal.
先週の件もありますし、学校を休まれては。
I mean, That sounds like it could be good, but I don't think we're gonna go for that, right? Again, it might end up with us being convinced. My eyes widen. Of course, Akiha had to pick today to develop a compassionate streak. I assume that by last week's events, she means the night I spent at CL's apartment.
何ですか？幽霊を見たような顔をして。当主が家族の健康を気にかけるのは当然のことだと思いますが。
It's not what. Of course, she takes it the worst way possible. Of course, she does.
でも、今朝は調子がいい方なんだ。ちょっと頭痛がしているだけ。
Right.
朝食は軽めのもので手早く済ませたいんだけど、いいかな、小悪さん。
I excuse myself and head to the dining room. Or tried to at least.
お待ちなさい、兄さん。
Yeah? What's up?
まだ十分に時間はあるでしょ。頭痛がするのなら、なおさらゆっくり休まれるべきでしょ。
Is there?
まあ、確かに顔色はいいようです。
I think that's just him being very good at hiding it. If we're being real here. Akiha scrutinizes me intently. She's probably screening me with her usual BS detector. But it feels somehow different today, yeah?
つかぬことを伺いますが。
Yeah?
ここ数日、手足の感覚に不調を感じたことは？
いや、特に。
Yeah, I think we're good. I've felt afraid for my life more than once, but I don't think that's what she's asking.
わかりました。
Okay?
どうぞ、食堂で朝食をお取りください。
Okay? What was that about? What, okay. I don't know why she asked about our arms and legs. I'm going to assume it had something to do with the injection Arak gave us, maybe? I take the hint and make for the door.
ごめんなさい、兄さん。
Oh yeah. Oh, I think she knows. I think she knows. Suddenly. For just an instant, my headache is replaced with a sudden bout of vertigo.
アキラ、今何か言った？
I swivel around at the sound of Akiha's voice.
なんだそれ。すごい顔してるぞ、お前。
She wasn't expecting you to be able to hear her. And you probably weren't, given how far away you were, if I had to guess. I can't help but laugh. Now she's the one who looks like she's seen a ghost.
すごい顔とは何ですか？女性の容姿を表するときは具体的な表現をお願いします。
I don't know, you just look surprised.
そうではなく。
Okay. You're excused. Akiha clears her throat with an embarrassed little cough. Then looks me over from head to toe.
何でもありません。
Mm-hmm.
理由はまだわかりませんが、兄さんが健康であることはいいことです。
Or maybe she's I'd say maybe she's assuming that whatever Arak did improved our anemia? And she felt bad for, like, using us as a guinea pig? I don't know. My personal take is that Akiha cut off her mana supply, but when Shiki didn't faint, it means... Yeah, that makes sense. You know, I kind of forget that that's an active thing. I don't know, it's like very, like, I don't know, maybe because, voice crack. Maybe because it's been so long and it's like rarely mentioned, but I forget that she has to like actively maintain that. I don't know.
後日改めて検査をしましょう。
Her smile is kind enough to take my mind off CL just a little. My sister can be prickly, but I can tell she really does care. Yeah, I think because that would make sense. Yeah, I think I agree with you. The I'm sorry is her about to cut it off, and okay, yeah. Yeah, I agree. That would make sense. That would make the most sense out of everything. Unless okay, that was weird. My screen went black for me, like it disconnected for a second. I was like, hello? Okay. It was only off for like a second though. That was weird. I probably have a loose cable. I'll have to fix that. My sister can be prickly, but I can tell she really does care. I should have to fix the HDMI. Or maybe it might be the power cable, because I think that the other day when it was connected to my PC instead of my PlayStation, so it might be the power cable. Opting for a light breakfast, you know. Opting for a light breakfast shaved quite a bit of time off my routine. I make it to school 20 minutes earlier than usual. It's still only 7:30, the peak of the morning rush now that clubs have been suspended. The school gates are getting more congested by the second. I see no sign of CL among the crowd. And it's because she's not showing up, buddy. I mean, why did he think she would show up? Yeah, okay. 7:55 a.m. Yeah, you only got 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes until the gates close. I still haven't found her. Maybe she's already inside. Maybe she used the rear entrance today. Or maybe she's never coming back. Yeah. My heart aches at the thought. It frightens me to even entertain such a notion. But what scares me the most is that it no longer seems unthinkable. On some level, I feel like I've already accepted it. Don't give up that easily. That was until you fucked up. So, I mean, yeah, she must just be taking the day off. Surely. She probably needs to recover from last night. Yeah, maybe. I'm sure she'll be back tomorrow. This is called copium. This is some grade A cope. If not tomorrow, then the day after. And if not then the day after that. But when it comes down to it, all I can do is wait. Even if that means waiting forever. Yeah, you gotta get over her, man. I tune out the unease building in the back of my mind. There's no point waiting around any longer, and homeroom's about to start. I cast one last look back at the street, then head inside. I walk into class just as the bell rings. It's cutting it close. Apparently, Miss Noel isn't here. Makes sense. She was already a substitute, so there's no one to cover for her. The student on duty is handing out the daily announcements. Arihiko is in class again today. He's almost been acting like a proper student recently.
おはよう。今朝は何かあったのか、アリコ。
おはようさん。何もないから学校に来てるんですけどね。
Yeah, we were cutting it close yourself.
様子が変ですよ。引き迫る顔で肛門を張ってたって話じゃん。
Oh, that's what he meant. Oh. Yeah, no, we were waiting for some.
耳が早いな。 ちょっと用があって先輩を探してたんだよ。あいにく見つからなかったけど。
And Arihiko's gonna be like, who?
有彦、今朝は教室にいたんだろう。先輩こっちに顔出さなかったか。
Yeah.
ん？先輩ってどこの先輩だよ。お前さん部活やってないんだから、上級生と知り合う機会なんかねえだろ。
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah.
あれか？精神的な先輩とかそういう意味？ゲームの先輩とか人生の先輩とか。
Shiki, she might be gone, buddy.
なんだそりゃ。シエル先輩はれっきとした3年生じゃないか。そりゃまあ時々あの人は下級生なんじゃないかって思う時もあるけど、
Shiki, buddy. Oh my god.
そうじゃなくて先輩が来なかったかって話なんだけど。
No, well, I mean, she might have been to, remove the suggestion or whatever.
シエル先輩って誰それ？
Yeah.
うちの学校に留学生なんかいたっけか？
Yeah. My brain, which has slowly been recovering, freezes back over. I try to suppress the chill creeping up my spine.
シエル先輩だよ、シエル先輩。お前だって追いかけてたじゃないか。昼飯だって何度も一緒に食べただろ。
His answer's not gonna change, buddy. He's gonna be like, who the fuck?
おう、そりゃ一緒にランチする相手にはこと書かない俺だが、そんな不思議な名前の先輩は知らねえって。
Yeah, you probably would.
殿、病み上がりで頭いっちまってるのか？
Yeah, the floor vanishes from beneath my feet. Arihiko cracks the joke, but I can't hear it. I collapse into my chair, my thoughts a scrambled mess. Yeah, she's wiped memories of her from everyone. Oh. Ah, I see. What were you expecting? Smirks some cynical part of me. The full weight of my choices hits me at last. Ciel is gone, along with every last trace that she was ever here at all. Yeah. This is what you did this. You opened your big mouth and said something you shouldn't have. How dare you, Shiki? How dare you act affronted when this is your fault? Shaking my head. Morning classes have ended. I'm sitting dumbly at my desk, unmoving, unthinking. The lessons I just sat through could have been taught in ancient Greek for all I got from them. Fair. And now I have no idea what to do next.
有彦はいないか。
Yeah, he probably dipped out. Realized you were catatonic and was like, eh. I scanned the classroom. Only a handful of students are still here. It's lunchtime. I should probably eat something myself. Since I can't summon the energy to think, I might as well do something that doesn't require it. Eat. The lunch rush is past, so there's no more line. That's good. I press a button on the order machine, hand in my receipt at the counter, and pick up a tray. It's only when I get my plate that I realize I've ordered the croquet meal. Or croquette, whatever. Fried food. I idly wonder whether I'd be able to keep it down. I look around for an open seat. That's odd. For a second, I thought I saw someone who looked just like Ciel. Now that's hilarious. I'm seeing her everywhere I look. I must really have it bad. Yeah. So bad that I can't take my eyes off this random stranger even though I know it's someone else. The girl, who looks like Ciel, sits down at a table, puts her hands together in thanks, and starts eating with gusto. Digging into a bowl of curry udon, no less. Buddy, I think that's her. Why she removed the memories of her from Arihiko, who knows? But I think she's still here, buddy. Even her tastes are the same as CL's.
Oh.
Yeah. She doesn't just look like CL. She is CL!
先輩
I sprint to her table as fast as my legs will carry me. CL takes one look at my face and turns away in disdain. She obviously doesn't want to talk to me, but that's not going to stop me right now.
先輩意味がわかりませんどうしてこんなとこにいるんですかおかしいでしょいろいろ
I think she was just trying to remove herself from your life, maybe? But still, it has to be here to hunt the vamp? Okay.
なんでって私はここの生徒です。お昼になったらご飯を食べないとダウンしちゃうじゃないですか。
Seems fair.
いやそれはそうなんだけどだって昨日
I don't know how to finish that sentence. I'm too busy trying to wrap my head around the fact she's right in front of me. CL continues to look pointedly away.
すみません気がついてしまってバカなことを口走りました
No. No, you
席
can't.
座っていいですか
No, you're not allowed.
いいですけど、なぜ気がせいていたんですか？
だってもう先輩に会えないと思っていたから先輩がいるのが夢みたいで
ほう、夢みたいとは大げさですね。
No, I think that's perfectly fitting, to be honest.
大げさじゃありませんあんなことがあったし有彦は先輩を覚えてないし見放されたんだって思うじゃないですか
I mean, yeah, you can't really blame him, CL. It's good reasons.
俺は本当は昨日からずっと先輩にさよならって言われた時からもう会えないんだって
That she was leaving, yeah. In my heart of hearts, I already knew. I was trying to pretend otherwise, trying to hold off the pain. But I knew in that moment that she was gone.
どうしてあんなことを言ったんですさよならなんてそんなもう会えないみたいに
はい。だって昨日はもう時間が遅かったでしょ？健全な学生さんは家に帰る時間です。
Okay, that doesn't... She doesn't even blink. I can hardly believe what I'm hearing.
ふざけないでください
I don't think so. I think she changed her mind is what happened. I don't think... No, I think in the moment she 100% intended to leave. I think that she just decided against it.
あんなのどう取ったって真剣な別れの言葉でしょ
仮にそうだとしても、それはあなたと私の話であって、私の学校生活とは関係がありません。それとも遠野くん、私みたいな怪物が学校に行っちゃいけませんか？
Ciel, he wasn't trying to judge you. Oh my god. Ciel's eyes bore into me with the same emotionless gaze I saw last night. A monster like me. Maybe she really is a vampire. Or maybe she isn't. Any other time, I would try to find out what the truth was from the beginning, but I didn't even consider it this time. Because to even ask that question would have felt like a betrayal. There's no denying that CL is abnormal, at least on a physical level, yeah. I've seen her heal from a mortal wound in a matter of seconds. No human body could do that. That's Arkwood's territory. If someone were to call that vampirism or something more unnatural yet, I don't think I could argue it. But so what? She's still a person I care about, a person who means a lot to me. For the 12 or so hours I thought she was gone, my whole world was in shambles. Whatever she is, well, I won't say it doesn't matter, but I can't honestly say that it doesn't bother me. Nothing could change how I feel about her, not even if she's as unnatural as Arkwid. Well, okay, technically speaking, Arkwid, well, but I guess by human standards, maybe Arkwid is unnatural. But looking at it from, like, the Earth's perspective, Arkwid is probably the most natural thing on this planet. So, I mean...
いいです。どうせ私なんて嫌われても仕方ないんですから。
That's
もう気
not...
にしません。
You didn't let us... Okay. We don't hate you.
そもそもこれは私の日常ですから。遠野くんが何と言おうが好きにやるって決めたんです。
If you would let us fucking talk, we could have avoided this entire misunderstanding. CL returns to silently devouring her curry udon. She's going to choke if she doesn't slow down. Her stormy expression gives off an unmistakable warning. If you've got something to say, say it, but it'll be the last time we ever talk. I'm over the moon that CL is still... Yeah, now you gotta clear things up, buddy. But there's something important that I need to tell her. Unless you're saying that there's no place to the school for a monster like me. Rendered speechless by the pain in her eyes when she said that, I haven't been able to answer. Now's the time to tell her how I feel. I say... I assume this doesn't matter. I assume this won't hurt anything. Question is, which one do I want to go with? I want to go with Curry Fiend. You're the biggest Curry Fiend I know.
文句なんかありませんとも。
Mm-hmm.
確かに先輩の言う通りです。先輩が食堂で特定の料理を食べていることは、東から太陽が昇って西に落ちるのと同じぐらいの真理ですから。
I suppose, yeah.
俺もバカでした。先輩に謝りたいなら、落とし穴の上にある特定の料理を置いておけば、いつでもチャンスはあった。
This is not how I was expecting him to do this, okay.
ところで、そのカレー美味しいですか?
Okay.
さりげなく私とカレーをバカにしてませんか、遠野くん?
Yeah. He will. Oops, I may have overdone it. I should have gone with, you'll always be CL to me. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Ahem. Let me try that again.
とにかく、俺にとって先輩は何があっても先輩なんです。
I kind of want to see the perfect 10 one too, though. Hang on, I want to see what happens when we call her a perfect 10. You're a perfect 10.
文句なんかありません。
Mm-hmm.
だって、シエル先輩はそこにいてくれるだけで可愛いんですから。いつもプニプニしていて、それでいて健康的で、メガネが似合っていて、たまにいたずらなところもあって、いろいろな意味で目が離せない、最高の先輩です。
Okay, buddy, damn. Say it with your chest, I guess.
そんなこと、先輩が否定しても、俺が断言します。
いえ、 変心のこもった意見で恐縮なのですが、断言されるのもどうかと思う部分があったような。
it might be considered borderline harassment, you know, but you know, it's
とにかく俺にとって先輩は
okay.
何があっても先輩なんです。
Okay, so it's basically okay, yeah, basically the same. Just this, we get the one little screen of okay, gotcha.
吸血鬼だなんて思ったこともないし、怪物だなんて思うこともありません。
Mm-hmm.
すごい人だと思ったことは何度もあるけど、
Well,
それでおじけづくこともないんです。
I mean, he was probably scared for you when, you know, you sliced your own neck open, but, you know, it's not scared of you.
だから、
Yeah.
さっきみたいなことを言わないでください。
Mm-hmm.
先輩はなんかな人じゃないんですから。
Yeah!
それに、シエル先輩がいずれ消えてしまう人なんだってこともちゃんと覚悟しています。先輩は卒業するまで学校にいると言ってくれたけど、街から吸血鬼がいなくなればどこかに行ってしまうんだって分かってる。でもあんなさよならはしたくない。最後に見る先輩の顔は笑顔であってほしいんです。
As I say this, I can actually feel tears threatening to come. Why does the, like, knot in the wood there make it look like his eye? I wonder if that's intentional. I look down so she doesn't see. Having accepted that my worst fear would someday come to pass, I let my emotions get the best of me and spill my heart. But I said what I wanted to. I have so much more to say, so much more to ask for, or so much more to ask. But for now, I'm glad I was able to tell her how I feel.
ありがとうございます。今のお返事は素直にびっくりするぐらい嬉しいです。
I'm glad.
それとごめんなさい。意固地になっていたのは私
Yeah,
の
you
方だったみたい
kind
です。
of you kind of jumped to conclusions about his thoughts on your ability, so to speak.
先輩、
I raised my head.
お話はよくわかりました。
Mm-hmm.
それじゃあ遠野くんは 私
That's
がどんな体で
fine.
も気にしないというんで
It's
すか？
fine.
もちろんです。まあ、どんな体という意味を講義に解釈すると、
Yeah, you know, if you were,
その限りではないですけどね。
I don't know, like one of those spider creatures, that'd probably be might be a no-go, but you know.
じゃあ一緒にいても嫌わないですか？
No, if anything, you're probably like the top 2 safest person to be by the side of.
嫌いません。
That was a weird way to phrase
む
that.
しろ
Um,
謝らせてください。昨日は一日先輩を困らせてばかりでした。アルクエイドのことだって先輩に相談していれば穏便に済んでいました。
I mean, that's hindsight though, and you can't really know that. I mean, yeah. Is it probable things would have been better if you'd spoken? Sure, but there's also no guarantee.
だから本当にもう全面的に俺が悪かったです。 これからはちゃんと先輩の忠告を聞きますから許してください。
Probably not a horrible idea. I bow my head in apology. Whatever reasons I may have had, I ended up causing her pain. I quietly resolve never to do that again.
まったく遠野くんにはかないませんね。忠告を聞くってまだ戦う気満々じゃないですか。もう私や吸血鬼には関わるなと念を押しに来たのに、そんな顔をされたら放っておけません。
Yeah, get used to it.
先輩、
Mhm.
それじゃあ
You can work with her. CL sighs through a poorly concealed grin and gets to her feet.
よろしい。なら握手しましょう。
Okay.
握 握手ですか?
Or ass. I mean, what?
はい、仲直りの握手です。それで昨日のことはお互い水に流しましょう。
Something tells me we're getting tricked, but
まあ、
sure.
遠野くんが私と手をつなぐのが嫌だというのなら、
Stop putting
別
words
に
in
し
our
なくても
mouth.
いいですけど。
嫌なわけがありません。
I clasp my hand around hers. I wonder what the people in the cafeteria are thinking. Maybe they cleared out. Who knows? Her fingers are slender, pale, and soft. They burn with the warmth of human life. That's good.
はい、これで仲直りです。
Yeah.
これからもよろしくお願いしますね、遠野くん。
We can try. A familiar smile spreads across Ciel's face. I blush a little as I reply in agreement.
それと、ありがとう。ちゃんと俺に分かるように食堂に来てくれて。先輩にまた会えて、嬉しくて仕方がありません。
Yeah, she totally could have stayed hidden from him. If she'd wanted to. Those should have been the first words I said to her. I'm ashamed to have left them till now. Ciel's eyes widen for a moment. And then her face softens into a gentle, content smile. She's like, oh good, he realized. Because, you know, she definitely could have stayed hidden if she really wanted to. Like, without a doubt. We finish eating and leave the cafeteria. With only a few more minutes of lunch left, it's time to split up and return to our respective classes. Me to my own second-year classroom, Ciel to her third-year classroom. Wait a second. In all my euphoria, there's something I forgot. Don't we need to talk about the Arcwood situation or what to do about Roa's remaining minions? We should probably do that now. I'd better bring it up now, just in case.
いいはずがない。先輩、ちょっと。
はい。
I quickly call out to stop her.
何ですか、遠野くん。5限目始まっちゃいますよ。
Yeah, but, you know.
早く教室に戻らないと。
そうですけど、今日はちゃんと話したいんです。
Yeah, kind of important. You know, kind of important.
誰にも話は聞かれません。
It looks like Ciel can already tell where this is going.
仕方ありませんね。5次元目をサボタージュすることになりますが、単位は大丈夫ですか?
I'm sure we'll be alright. And of course I nod. Ciel leaves for the student club's annex on her own, carrying herself like she has no idea who I am. Maybe I'd better start paying attention to that kind of thing too, so my classmates don't get suspicious. Yeah, I guess that's probably... They might think you're banging in an empty club room or something. That's a fair point. The bell rings to announce the start of 5th period. I've never skipped class so openly before, while still in the school building no less.
ご心配なく、先生方は茶道室に近づきませんから、見つかることはありませんよ。
That's good. Ciel's in the kitchen brewing some tea. She seems so at ease. This definitely isn't her first time ditching.
お待たせしました。こちらは今日のお茶となります。
Okay, well, what's the...
一口いただいて
Are you
落ち
gonna
着いた
tell
と
us
こ
what the
ろで、
blend
遠野くん
is,
からお
or...
話をしてください。
Okay, I guess not. How should I approach this? I want to talk about what happened with Arcwood last night, but leading with that risks wasting a valuable opportunity. Let me think. let's go with... Yeah, let's start us off. Yeah, let's ask about her relationship with Miss Noelle. I've never asked her about her relationship with Miss Noelle, but now is as good a time as any.
シエル先輩とノエル先生って仲がいいですよね。ノエル先生、シエル先輩のことをいつもすごい子だって褒めてましたよ。
Yeah, I guess. I guess you could take it that way. CL practically yelps. I never thought someone so level-headed could lose her cool so dramatically.
違うんですか?
I decide to press her a little. CL composes herself.
まあ、シスターノエルとはもう何年もコンビを組んでいますから。
Mm-hmm.
遠野くんにはそう見えているんですか? あと、彼女が私を褒めていたんですか?
The way she said it may have been a little more, insulting, I guess. Her voice trembles with the hesitancy of a child who's just been told off. Here I go, putting my foot in my mouth again. The animosity between them must run deeper than I realized.
すみません。ちょっと探りを入れました。
Yeah.
一見すると二人の仲はいいように見えますが、ノエル先生はシエル先輩への敵返しというか競争意識があって、シエル先輩はノエル先生にどことなく遠慮しているように見えます。
もう私とノエル先生が不仲ではないのかと心配しての質問でしたか?
I mean, at least from my POV, I don't think they're on bad. Well, Noelle definitely has negative feelings because it's because of CL that she's at risk of going back to the sisterhood and they'll discover whatever the hell is wrong with her, which would be really bad for her. But I think CL did that because she cared. Somewhat, at least.
ご安心を。それは遠野くんの杞憂ですので。私たちは代行者です。互いの役割に私情を持ち込みませんし、私生活にも踏み込みません。
Yeah, maybe she should be let in on that, you know.
ノエル先生が何に興味を持ち、時間外なのに遠野くんにちょっかいを出したり、職務の後、どれほど深酒をしていようと、咎めたりすることはないのです。
I feel okay. Okay, putting aside the executor thing, as a student of this school, you probably should care about the her making passes at students. Just being real here. Although I guess to be fair, you're that okay. Well, I guess technically speaking, you're like also. Yeah, no, thinking about it, actually, it's problematic for both of you to be making passes at Shiki. Let's actually, yeah, you know what? Let's move on. It's but yeah, okay. More than being on bad terms, it sounds like they aren't on any terms. I think CL might be bad at making friends. Yeah.
じゃあ、吸血鬼を退治するとき以外、会ったりはしていないと。それもそうか。年も離れているし、趣味も違いそうだし。休日一緒に過ごしている二人を想像できないし。
much older, yep, definitely not. Yep, no, CL's totally, only been alive for 17 years, yep. Definitely not longer than that. For sure.
年 年が離れている。
Yep.
参考までに質問させてください。私くらいの子がノエル先生と一緒にいるのは不自然ですか？
You know, I'm gonna let him answer this one.
まあ、教師と生徒の関係ですから。
Well, their roles currently, in terms of this vampire hunt, are teacher and student, but,
ノエル先生、教師としては若いと言っても25歳だし。
Is she not 25? Was that a lie? Or is she reacting because she's also, oh yeah, I know that, you know. CL makes another unintelligible noise. I never thought someone so rarely phased could react with such violent surprise.
先輩?
Yeah, you might wanna not wanna, you know, talk about age.
25歳って潜入任務ですから。
Oh, okay, so yeah, no, she was referring to Noelle. Okay, so yeah. How old is she? CL, how old is she? Uh-oh. I'd better abandon this line of questioning here, or I might find Miss Noelle using her halberd on me next. Let me guess, she turned 30 this year, and she's not accepting it? I got some entertaining expressions out of CL at least. Oh, 27, okay. I mean, that's not horrible. I say, as I'm also 25, I'm probably gonna Time to change topic. I'll ask about her gothic fort. No harm in going on a little tangent. CL mentioned the term gothic fort a few times yesterday. Now's my chance to ask about it.
ちょっとした好奇心なんですけど、アルクエイドを閉じ込めようとした大聖堂というのは何なんでしょうか？あれ、ブローブを閉じ込めている時に使ってたやつですよね。何か特別なものなんですか？シエル先輩の必殺技みたいな。
super move. Yeah, something like that, I suppose.
はい。確かにアルクエイドに使ったものとブローブに使ったものは同じもので特別な魔術ですが、必殺技という響きは恥ずかしいものがありますね。照れちゃいます。
Okay, whatever you want. That's something to file under ways to get on CL's good side.
いいじゃないですか。必殺技かっこいい。あれでこそシエル先輩です。
He's really laying it on thick, huh?
見たところ、あれはシエル先輩だけのオリジナルと見ましたが、いかがでしょう
？I get the feeling it was far beyond anything that Miss Noelle could do.
先輩がよりすぐりの代行者であることはなんとなくわかります。そもそもあのアルクエイドが敵として意識するぐらいなんだから。教会の中でも1、2を争う吸血鬼ハンターだったりするんですか？
そこまでのことはありません。対吸血鬼に特化しているだけで、他に偉大な方は何人かいますから。私なんてまだまだで、アンドレイさんとか本当におかしな人ですし。
Actually, who's more effective, her or the actual vampire who's part of the burial agency? I keep forgetting that one's name though. Yeah, I wonder who's. I would assume the actual vampire might be more well. I don't know. It's hard to say because it seems like he kind of plays around, whereas CL is more heavily focused when on the job, I guess.
それより大聖堂についてでした
Merum,
ね。
yeah, there you go.
あれは旧海底の舌を封じ込めるために開発した装填意識隔絶型の結界です。
Uh-huh. In the remake seal for sure, okay.
もともとは王国を表す祖が持っていたもので、最大範囲は直径 30km、 壁で囲った内部を外界と遮断するものでしたが、私が使う場合はそこまでのことはできません。
Yours definitely doesn't go 30 kilometers though, right? Right?
対象物を1個ないし1種設定し、これを封じ込めるだけです。
Yeah, okay.
もともとは一つの王国を丸ごと保存していたものですから、かなり劣化しています。概念的なものに寄ってしまったわけですね。
I mean, still pretty useful though.
その代わりといってはなんですが、私の大聖堂には原版にはない機能が生まれました。それがブローブに使った時の空間歪曲です。外から見ると数十メートルの正方形だったと思いますが、中の広さは直径にして 10km に設定されていました。要は外側の大きさと内側の大きさを別々にある程度任意に変更できるんです。
Okay, maybe not OP, but well, kind of insane, I guess.
使いどころさえ間違わなければ、短期で首都の軍勢を隔離できる奥の手の一つと言っていいでしょう。
An whole army. That's impressive.
しかし、
That's
だからとい
quite
って過信
impressive.
してはいけません。
Okay, yeah. What's the flaw?
結界内に閉じ込めるには対象を黒剣で囲む必要がありますし、大聖堂のような大魔術は連発できないんです。
That makes sense.
通常の魔術が無料で組める水道水なら、大魔術はワインボトルに入ったワインと思ってください。1個のワインボトルで大聖堂を起動するには2回が限度です。グローブで1度、彼女で1度。もう私の大聖堂のボトルは空になってし
So
まいました。
how long does it take to recharge, so to speak?
ボトル内のワインは水道水とは違い、そう簡単に補充はできません。今後、グローブのように災害を振りまく使徒が現れた場合、その被害を抑えることはできないので、遠野くんも注意してくださいね。
Okay, yeah, we'll consider that, yeah. No more Gothic forts. Got it. Though that's all about all I got. The good news is that we've taken care of Love, and now this Roa is out of the picture too. I can't imagine she'll have any more reason to use it. Oh, well then. Now that CL is in a more talkative mood, let's try switching gears. Let me think. I'll ask her about her black keys. This would be a good time to ask her about those black keys. I'm sure she'll jump at the chance to flaunt her knowledge.
次の好奇心なんですけど、シエル先輩がポイポイ投げているあの武器はどんなものなんでしょう？
そこに目をつけるとは、さすが遠野くん。
You did.
必殺技もいいものですが、戦闘において最も重要なのは
Very
基
true.
本技
Very
ですからね。
true.
いいでしょう。黒剣についてエキスパートと言われた私がお教えします。
Yep. Teach me, CL Sensei. I get it. All I expected was a little smugness, not this burning intensity.
事の起こりは西暦300年頃、 欧州に最も使徒がはびこったとされる時代。不老不死の呪いを持つ異端者、使徒。その肉体を人間に戻す、正しく死体に戻し、塵に返すことが教会の使命でした。
Yep.
偉大なる主の大規定、その文言を読み上げ聞かせることで、亡者は主の愛を知り、この地上から消え去ります。
His love, huh? Is that what it is? Okay.
あれは刃のように見えますが、実際は聖言なんです。死者を悼み、送る言葉を元にして作られた教会の秘跡。日本風に言うと、そうですね。ありがたいお経と思ってください。では、なぜその言葉が刃の形になっているのか。
Yeah, wouldn't it be more effective to like just recite the scripture at them rather than, you know, make them into weapons and stabbing? Yeah, and I know it was referring to God. And just interesting how they referred to it as love when, you know, they're hitting him with weapons.
鍵と名付けられているのか。
That's yeah, why are they?
それには大公社と使徒の長い闘争の歴史を語らねばなりません。使徒に対して通常の武器では殺傷効果は望めません。使徒にとって傷は血で復元するもの。ただ切ったりもいだりしただけでは使徒は死なないのです。一方、大公社は多少無茶が効くと言っても人間ですから、戦闘になれば生存力の差で押し切られてしまいました。そう、使徒には点の攻撃ではなく面、圧倒的な破壊力でぶっ潰す戦法だけが有効だったのです。
And so you need the power of the big man himself.
ですがあの時代、一撃で使徒の肉体を消し去る高火力の武装はありませんでした。最も効果的な手段は建物や森に閉じ込め、その場所ごと焼いて血を使い切るまで燃やすというものでした。しかしこんなことをいちいちやっていたら教会が破産してしまいます。
Yeah, no, it probably gets pretty expensive.
そこで当時最高峰の剣士にして司祭と謳われた方が、量産が効き、携帯がたやすく、即効性があり、被害を最小限に抑える武器を考案したのです。それが黒剣をはじめとする聖典武装。武器に聖言を刻んで対異端用の効果を付加するのではなく、
You made the scriptures themselves, or he made the scriptures themselves into the weapons.
聖典そのものを武器にして対異端の猛毒にするという画期的なアイディアでした。使徒をはじめとする完全に人間ではなくなった者たちには言
Shiki's
葉
like,
によ
what
る
the
退去は叶い
fuck
ま
did
せ
I
ん。
get myself into? He is like, buh.
彼らの魂はその意味がもう理解できないからです。
Okay, I guess why.
人の断りは人にのみ通じるもの。使徒となった者に主の言葉は届かない。ですので私たちは魂ではなく肉体そのものに聖言を刻みつけ、正しいルールに書き換える。汚染された魂は救えませんが、肉体だけは聖言によって人に戻る。
She's really getting into this, huh? My boy Shiki is just like, why did I have to ask? Why did I do this?
不死という虚無のドアに鍵を刺して回すように。
Yeah.
聖典武装を受けた人はその部分だけでもかつての肉体を思い出し消滅します。以上が聖典武装の根本的な仕組みです。
Very interesting.
黒剣はその時に作られた最初期の武装でした。絵に見えるものは聖典の写本から切り抜いたページです。
Okay.
大公社はこれを自らの魔力、失礼、祈りの力で絵の形に固めて持ち歩きます。
Yeah, it's not magic. It's the, you know, power of prayer. Definitely not that heretical magic bullshit. No, definitely not.
戦闘時はこの絵に失礼。祈りを込めると自動洗礼状態に移行します。この洗礼の部分がたまたま刃に似ているだけなんです。
Right.
9世紀頃、国権は今の形に落ち着き、最も優れた聖典武装として広く愛用されました。投擲の技法も多く、影縫い、時飛び、鉄砲作用、仮想式典、土葬式典、コンクラーベと多くのバリエーションが生まれたのです。
Are you gonna give an explanation on all of those?
ですが、国権は弓矢のようなもので、使い手のスキル、魔力の量によって威力が変わる、安定性のない武器でもあった。
すみません、魔力でいいんですか？
Yeah, you got too caught up in your story there, CL.
面倒なのでもういいです。
She's like, I don't give a fuck anymore, man. It's magic.
聖堂教会は魔術協会と反目しているので、故障にはとてもうるさいのですが、どうでもいい問題なので。
Yeah. More for appearance's sake.
国権は入手しやすい武器でもありましたが、使いにくい武器でもあったのです。
Okay. Yeah. He's sweating now. He's like, oh man. Was that one okay.
一人前の車種になるには10年の修行が必要なだけでなく、そもそもの構造がシンプルすぎて、これ以上の威力向上は望めなかった。
Right.
年月を増すごとに強力になっていく使徒を相手にするには力不足だったのですね。文明が発達し、銃器が量産できるようになって、国権使いは数を減らしていきます。1450年、グーテンベルク氏による印刷機の台頭で、国権の流行はちょっと持ち直しますが、やはり銃器のお手軽さには勝てず、国権はメイン武装からサブ武装、お守り代わりに持っていると通っぽいものに転落します。
That's unfortunate.
以後、国権は教会において、敬虔な信徒のみが好んで使うマニアックな武器となりました。ですが、
yeah?
それはあくまで使用者の未熟によるもの。
Understandable.
国権は今もって最適解の一つ、グランファテマの語る結論兵器の一つになり得ると私は断言します。だって魔力さえあればいくらでも編み出せてどこにでも持っていけるんですよ。
Yeah, they are convenient. That's fair.
面倒な入国手続きも余裕でする。
You know, fair.
セブンのようなメンテナンスも必要なし。
Damn, sorry, Nana.
優れた体術、精神力、そして魔力を持つ代行者であれば、国権は無限の可能性を秘めているのです。
And since you have mana to spare, you can afford to use them quite extensively. Okay. I think it's about time I get to the point. This has to be the last one, right? Okay, style.
Style.
Shiki? Buddy? Why'd you say it like that? With the glasses? Okay.
ほい？
ごめん、好奇心が前に出すぎた。
You know, fair enough. You know, he got caught up in her excitement. That's totally understandable.
ありがとうございます。大変勉強になりました。必殺技、通常技ときたので、あとはもう一つ、一番気になっていたことを聞ければ。先輩、後ろ、黒い虫が
Buddy? What are you trying to do? Shiki? Xiao leaps to her feet, never doubting me for a moment. You heckin' pervert! Shiki! Shaking my head, giving me a spectacular view from below. What a heckin' pervert.
すみません、錯覚でした。
Yeah, okay, buddy.
でも話は続けますので、先輩はそのままで。
Shiki? This... Okay. She's like, what why? It's not that I'm especially attached to this particular angle, but I want her on her feet while I check something. What?
先輩、戦うときは着替えますよね。
Yeah?
シスター服とグローブの時の鎧みたいなやつ。
Yeah?
あれ、どういう使い分けなんでしょう。
Was... for harder enemies, I guess?
素人意見ではありますけど、戦い方とか変わるんですか？
ああ、スタイルってそういう。
Yeah.
あれはですね、探索用と殲滅用に分けたものと思ってください。修道服は汎用のスタイルです。代行者でもありシスターでもあるというか、代行者としての異端審問がメインではありますが、被害者の治療や保護、要救護者の探索、他代行者との連携など、要は何でも嫌ですね。この時の私は大きな武器は持てません。邪魔になりますし、被害者を威圧してしまいます。
That's fair.
先ほど国権が優れた武器であると言ったのは、このスタイルとの相性がいいからです。国権の柄だけなら修道服の下に忍ばせても目立ちませんから。
I see. So her nun's outfit is more like a police officer's uniform than specialized combat gear. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Now I see why she was playing defense against Arkwood last night. It's impressive that she stood her ground at all in what's essentially regular clothing. But most of all...
編み上げブーツがいいですよね。
Yeah, kind of impractical for them to be heeled boots. Not gonna lie, it's kind of impractical.
可愛いだけじゃなく、凛々しくてかっこよくて、シエル先輩に似合ってました。
Alright, bro, can we chill with the with the flattery? My god damn, Shiki.
そうですか？一応制服のようなもので、ありがとうございます。
No, thank you. Shiki, do you want to get stepped on by those boots? I mean, I don't blame you. But and give my thanks to your superiors too.
ブローブとの戦いで用いた武装は殲滅用のものです。戦場が人々の目の届かぬ場所であり、対象が救済の余地のない害獣である場合のみ選択されます。
I still appreciate the way this armor was designed. I think the knee guards with like the point. I don't like the knee guards, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. But other than that, I really like the design on this armor. I do. It's
とはいえ、遠野君に助け起こされた時には反対していましたけどね。
Yeah.
私の魔力が尽きない限り破損しない甲冑だったのですが、あの極寒と重装の前に音を上げてしまったようです。遠野くんが見たあのスタイルは甲冑が剥がれた後のインナーなんです。
Oh, what's the full thing look like then?
バージンペインはセブンのところで修理中なのでしばらくは使えません。
That's unfortunate. Oh, but we did see the upper part though. Maybe she didn't notice us until... Okay, well, just her innerwear, huh? That explains why it looked so light.
じゃあ防御力において今はシスター服の方が優れてるんですか？
いえいえ、一見して薄着に見えますが、防御力は修道服と比較にはなりません。ある意味、あのインナーがペインの本体ですから。建前は壊れても本音は汚されません。アルクエイドの爪の直撃でさえ耐えるでしょう。
Damn, really? Even a hit from
アルクエイド
Arcwood.
の爪っていうと
Probably pretty bad, if I had to guess.
大雑把に戦車の砲弾くらいと思っていただければ。
Yeah, no, Arcwood's pretty strong.
対人、対化、対毒、対衝撃、対神秘。あれ一着でどんな極限状態にも取り込める希少品です。
Yeah.
なるほど。希少品だから布面積が少ないんですね。
Yeah, buddy, that's what you noticed, huh?
はい、ほんとその通りで。そういう目で見ていたんですか、遠野くん。
No.
そりゃ見ますとも。
Damn, he just admits it, okay.
かっこいいと美しいは両立するんだから。先輩はもっと自分の魅力を自覚するべきです。
You're making her very aware these last couple days. Why? Why did they make it? Why did? Okay. Whoever did the vocal direction for the voice actors and had her. Okay. You know what? Sure. Yeah. No, it's fine.
もうスタイルの話はここまでです。
That's.
遠野くんはもっと真面目なことを聞くように。
I'm sure it will be. Okay, yeah, we're just down to Arcwood now. Now we're getting into the serious business. Yeah, I know I can't put this off forever. It's time to bite the bullet.
本題に入ります。
Mm-hmm.
そのアルクエイドのことなんだけど。
CL's smile vanishes. It looks like this is as sensitive an issue as I'd feared. Even so, I can't leave it unaddressed any longer. I care about CL, and because of that, I need to make sure we're on the same page about Arcwood.
怒らないで聞いてください。先輩は散々やめろって注意してくれたけど、俺はやっぱりアルクエイドを敵だとか吸血鬼だとか。
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that way of thinking, huh?
思惑はどうあれ、あいつだってこの町を守ってくれているんです。だから。
Surely it counts for something. A chill runs down my spine. The same chill I felt yesterday in the tea ceremony room. CL is genuinely angry. This is a different anger, though. It feels more like she's gauging how well I understand the weight of what I'm saying.
だから、アルクエイドと協力してほしい。目的が同じなんだから、先輩とあいつがいがみ合う理由なんてないはずです。というか、喧嘩しないでください。似た者同士なんだから。
Shiki, are you trying to make her even more upset? There's a lot more I could say, but that's the heart of it. Both CL and Arcwood have a part to play in purging the remaining vampires from Soya. If they could only work together, they'd be done all the quicker. CL breathes a heavy sigh and then...
嫌です。
Understandable, have a nice day. Turns me down with a saintly smile.
嫌ですって、なんで？
当たり前です。遠野くん、昨日の夜だって彼女に殺される寸前だったって自覚してないんですか
？We're fairly close. Not like uber close, but feel fairly close.
そもそも吸血鬼を探すなんて、いつ殺されてもおかしくない危険なことなんです。 そんなことに遠野くんを巻き込むなんてできません。
Reasonable? Reasonable? No. Yeah.
うわ
Whoops. That struck such a nerve that my unfiltered frustration slipped out. But be that as it may, she's in the wrong here. The idea that she'd be dragging me into anything is insulting. No matter how many times I put my life on the line, she still thinks my resolve is as half-baked as a disappointing batch of curry bread. I'm here to see this through. If I was going to turn tail and run, I would have done it the moment I escaped from that hotel. But in CL's mind, I'm nothing but an innocent bystander. While I'm happy that she's looking out for me, it hurts to know she'll never see me as an equal.
うわとはどのような意味でしょうか。
He was insulted?
それと、とても泣きそうな顔をしているのは。
Oh, CL, you should know. Come on now.
泣きそうだからです。今、シエル先輩にいじめられたというか、デコピン一つで大気圏まで叩きのめされた気持ちです。
Damn, that bad, huh?
いえ、そんなつもりはみじんもないのですが、本当に？
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
本当に。ですね。今さら巻き込みたくないはないです。
Yeah, it's rather cold of you, CL, if we're being honest.
先輩、俺は俺なりに覚悟の上でここまで来たんです。
Yeah.
その上で吸血鬼退治をすると決めたんです。だから自分の身ぐらい自分で守れます。
I had to just like take my finger off the button. Well, just make sure I don't accidentally click. Yeah, I mean, you've seen him firsthand. Like he survived Vlov. Like that counts for something.
いや、守れなくてもいい。後悔はしません。だって。
なんでしょう。
それぐらいじゃないと先輩と一緒にいられないじゃないですか。俺はこれからできる限りの時間、先輩の隣で先輩の力になりたいんです。
You tell her, Shiki. Make her understand. Feelings I wasn't even conscious of tumble out of my mouth. But I suppose that's the truth. Keeping the city safe was never my sole reason for stepping into this world of vampires and the supernatural. My desire to be with CL is what's given me the courage not to run away.
もう、そんなの私が後悔しちゃいますよ。
But you're gonna have to deal with it.
大体ですね。自分の身は守れないなんて何を根拠に言ってるんですか。
Okay.
遠野くんの運動神経は優れていますし、その目のことも分かっています。貧血がちなのは欠点ですが、運動能力そのものは信頼に値します。
Where's the butt?
あなたが本気で自分の身だけを考えてくれるなら、私もこんなに目くじらを立てたりはしませんよ。
CL drops this bombshell with a nonchalant shrug.
あれ、そうなんですか。
The wind taken out of my sails. A lame answer is all I can give.
ええ、遠野くん、私の部屋に泊まった時裸になったじゃないですか。贅肉のない引き締まった筋肉で、あの時から綺麗な体しているなって思っていたぐらいです。
You got on his case for ogling, where you did the same exact thing. You're a pair of perverts. You're peas in a pod. Shaking my head, CL.
裸って、俺裸になんかなってないけど。
While you were sleeping?
忘れちゃったんですか？遠野くん、お風呂に入る時台所で着替えてたじゃないですか。
You peeked! CL, I am aghast. I can't even look at you. that was a break in our trust, and you just, okay, wow, how could you? I don't even know what to say. That is true. I did indeed do that.
知らなかった。先輩、人の着替えを覗き見するような人だった。
Exactly. Shaking my head.
いえ、あれはですね、不可抗力と申しましょうか、その隙間から見えてしまって、ちょっとだけ興味があったものですから、いいかなって。
Filthy degenerate. Ciel's face gets redder by the second as she protests. Perhaps she's fighting back the mental image of that moment. Let's get back on topic.
じゃあ、俺がちゃんと身を守っていれば文句はないんですね。先輩と一緒に吸血鬼退治をしても、
No.
アルクエイドと協力しても。
No. No.
そうですね。遠野くんをソロで放置するぐらいなら、私と一緒にいてくれた方が助かります。
Okay.
先輩。
What about the Arkwood thing?
ですが、アルクエイドとの協力だけはできません。
There you go. Yeah, that's about what I figured.
この際ですからはっきりと忠告、いえ、警告しておきましょう。現在、この町で最も危ういのは彼女です。
But because she's letting
そ
her
れは彼女が
emotions
吸血鬼
loose.
だからということではありません。
Yeah, true ancestor who just completely runs off their emotions. Probably not a good thing. If yeah.
今の彼女はかつてないほど異常な状態です。下手に刺激すれば炸裂する爆弾と言ってもいい。
爆弾ですか？そりゃ、あいつは何しでかすかわからないやつですから、その表現は正しいですけど。
Shiki, think back to last night, buddy. I don't see how she could be a danger to anyone. Arkwood doesn't use her powers lightly. Hello, she crushed a building. What do you... Everything she's done to rid this town of vampires. Yeah,
どうでしょ
I
う
mean...
か。今の彼女は自分の感情に従って活動しています。これまでは神祖としてのコードに従っていたのに、そのコードを破りかけている。あれは無邪気な子供そのものです。恐ろしいのは、その子供が初めて手にしたおもちゃが太陽だった。といえば、現状がどれほど危険なのか理解できると思います。
You know, you surely you're exaggerating, right? Just a little bit, right? Ciel keeps her tone neutral, but her eyes are deadly serious. Now I get what she's trying to say, though the threat of the apostles has been neutralized, and the city isn't safe yet. We still have to pray that this unimaginably powerful child doesn't drop her newfound toy and burn us all to ash.
そんな大げさすぎますよ、先輩。
Is she?
だいたいあいつに喧嘩をふっかけたのは先輩じゃないですか。先輩が仲良くしてくれれば、あいつだって暴れません。
Yeah, but she usually doesn't take that provocation.
それはそうですが。
I would assume.
私だって考えなしではありません。この1週間ずっと自重してきたんです。でも遠巻きに見る分には我慢できましたが、ああして目の前にしてしまったら抑えきれなかったというか。
I mean, you should hold yourself back, though.
ついカッとなってやっちゃったと。
Getting called out, Ciel.
ごめんなさい。今は大変反省しています。
Ciel's shoulders slumped dejectedly. I might have called her overdramatic, but I have to admit that Ciel's worries may not be unfounded. Arquid was definitely acting strange last night. Oh yeah. Given that I'm partly to blame for making her angry, it's probably best for me to keep my distance until she's calmed down.
わかりました。もうアルクエイドと仲良くしてほしいとは言いません。先輩とあいつは天敵っぽいですから。
Well, okay. In the original, right, there is the one ending where they're at least... I wouldn't say they're friends in the good ending, but they're not trying to actively kill each other. And Arquid seems to even like CL somewhat in the good ending of the original CL route. So I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. Funny how people always seem to hate those most similar to them, but I keep that to myself.
俺も自分からアルクエイドには近寄らないようにします。少なくともあいつが冷静になるまでは。その代わり、先輩は俺と一緒に吸血鬼を探すこと。それでいいですね。
This seems fair.
ああ、はい。そういうことですけど。
Yeah, see what laying out your reasoning for things does for you, right? Instead of just throwing a fit.
遠野くんが私に協力するじゃなくて、私が遠野くんに協力するんですか？
I mean, I feel like that's just splitting hairs, really.
似たようなものです。気にしないでください。俺の気持ちの問題です。
Awesome. It took a bit of negotiating, but I got there in the end. Now I can devote myself to helping CL without anything else gnawing at me. Yeah. There's no telling how much longer we have together, but being able to spend time with her guilt-free is more than I could ask for. Yeah, I think this turned out pretty well. An agreement reached, we passed the rest of the day as we always do. Our teacups slowly empty as we talk about this and that. Our schoolwork, our interests, things going on around town. A blissfully mundane conversation, free of any mention of vampires. The bell rings to announce the end of the 5th period. Damn, it only took one... Oh, that was one period? I hadn't realized we'd been here so long. Time really does fly when you're having... For me, I feel like it should be the opposite. I feel like it should have already been well in the 6th period, but okay.
さすがに6限まではサボれないですよね。
Yeah. I ease myself up from the floor cushion. To save CL the trouble, I make to carry my cup to the kitchen, only to be assailed by a familiar sensation. My vision flickers. Oh boy. The world flattens into a lifeless image, crumpled up and tossed away into the depths of my brain. My arms go numb, my legs go numb. Oh, that's... I guess Akiha never reestablished the the connection, maybe? Oh boy. I feel myself topple over. I've fainted more times than I can count, but it never gets any less sickening.
遠野くん、しっかり。気分が悪いんですか？
No, we're not okay. CL catches me as I'm about to hit the floor, her panicked voice anchoring me to this side of consciousness.
すみません。ちょっと。
I think it's more than just a little dizzy, I'll be honest, buddy.
でもいつもの貧血だから。心配はいらないですよ。ちょっと休めば落ち着くから。
Are we gonna rest on CL's lap, maybe? Yo, thigh pillow?
心配します。そんな青い顔で強がらないでください。今体にいいお茶を用意しますから、そこに横になって。無理に動いちゃダメですからね。
CL heads to the kitchen area in a fluster. There's no point trying to act tough. I'll only worry her more. It would feel wrong to lie down on the bare floor, though, especially in front of CL. I sit against the wall instead. Taking the weight off my feet makes me feel a little better. I'm glad I didn't pass out, yeah. As it is, I should be back to normal in no time. We'll see. I don't know how much I believe that, but The school bell rings on the other side of the wall. That must be the end of the 10-minute break.
6限目始まっちゃいましたね。
Yeah, fuck 'em. I didn't notice CL sit down next to me, but there she is. She looks me over like a concerned doctor.
ジンジャーミルクティーにたっぷり蜂蜜を入れてみました。湯飲みなのはご愛嬌ということで流してください。
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, milk tea is more of a... Is it more of a French thing or a British thing? I guess both, probably. I take the cup, and it's hot to the touch. But given CL's French, I'll go with French, but... Regretting not asking her for a glass of cold water instead, I lift it to my lips.
先輩、これすごい。一口で目が覚めた。はい、
お父さん直伝の配合ですから、元気のない時はこれで一発です。
I've never had ginger tea. I don't think any stores near me carry it, but sounds like it could be good. She's beaming so proudly, you'd think it was her own invention. The sharpness of the ginger perfectly complements the smoothness of the milk and the sweetness of the honey. Before I know it, my cup is empty, and I feel just as drained as before, and I feel just as drained. Although it's more like overexertion than sleepiness. Come to think of it, I've been wound up tight since I got up this morning. The sudden release of tension after making up with CL must be what brought on my attack. And now, with this warm tea taking the edge off, I'm succumbing to exhaustion.
先輩としてあるまじき提案ですが、観念して放課後までここにいましょう。単位、足りているんでしょ?
Yeah, it's alright.
まあ、なんとか。有彦ほどギリギリで生きてはいませんし。
Yeah. Speaking of, are you gonna give him his memories of you back, or...?
トノ君にそう言われるとは、乾君は大人物ですね。ちょっと羨ましいです。
Wait, was he praising him? What? Okay. CL goes quiet, trying to spare me the effort of conversation. She wordlessly sips her tea by my side, ready to help at a moment's notice if my condition worsens. Time passes in silence, but there's no awkwardness between us. Only warmth. As the two of us savor the simple pleasure of one another's presence, the 6th period gently comes to an end.
ところで遠野くん。
さ、
暇なのでしりとりしましょうか。
CL. Are you trying to...
しないよ。
Why are you trying to make him cry? Way to ruin the mood. Where'd that come from?
そもそもなんでしりとり？先輩、俺の泣き顔見たいんですか？
見たいです。遠野くん、人のことばっかりで自分のことで泣きそうにないですから。
I was on the verge of tears less than an hour ago.
そんな顔で言われたら余計に嫌です。しりとりは絶対にしませんから。暇ならさっきのお茶のおかわりください。
それは残念。では、いつか遠野くんの隙をつくことを夢見て、ジンジャーミルクティーの2杯目を入れてきますね。
Why are you so sadistic, CL? God damn.
まったく、 変なところで子供っぽいというか、意地悪というか。
Could be both. I heave a sigh to the heavens and close my eyes. Well, I can't complain too much. I'm glad to see that CL can joke around as much as anyone else. Are you, Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing. I was like, did he fall asleep? Like, what?
起きてますよ。ちょっとクールダウンしてるだけです。
Yeah.
そうでしたか。では、私にお気遣いなく、そのままで。
Oh. You know, I can't even blame it on the pause time. I just assumed she was done. The pause wasn't even that long. I just, you know, that one's on me. I'll take the blame for that one. No argument there. I shift my weight and stretch out a little more. My back slides down the wall and I thump to the floor. About 10 minutes pass. As I hover on the edge of sleep, I ask her a second time.
それで、どうしてしりとりなんですか?
Yeah, the real answer this time.
遠野くんに弱音を言ってほしかったんです。ずっと無理しているように見えたから。
Is he gonna play along? Is he gonna start a game of Shiritori?
今だってそうでしょ? 本当は疲れ切っているのに気を休められない。あなたは眠ってしまうのが怖いんです。
Yeah, you're not wrong.
多分、7年も昔から。目を閉じてしまえば、目覚める保証がないと分かっているから。
Why are you calling him out like this? In my heart, I feel myself agree. Yeah, but it's kind of fucked up for her to say that, isn't it? Am I the only one who thinks it's kind of fucked up? Like, hello? Okay. I've never told anyone, and I've tried my hardest not to let it show, but she's hit the nail on the head. I'll happily admit I'm afraid of vampires. Of battle, of having to fight for my life. But those are fleeting terrors. My greatest fear lurks in the everyday. The fear that my allotted time might run out before tomorrow. And in the moments before sleep, when I stare into the abyss, the feeling is truly agonizing.
そんなことはないですよ。今は健康で、貧血だってたまにしかないんですから。怖いものなんて吸血鬼ぐらいです。
But I can't ever give voice to it. That fear comes with all kinds of jealousy and hate. So I have to keep it locked up tight. Because whatever else may be true, right now I'm alive. I want to be able to look at the world, even if only through these eyes, and see my life for the miracle that it is.
そうですか。遠野くんがそういうのならそういうことにしておきます。
Yeah, no, she knows that reasoning is bullshit. She's like, okay, he's not ready to say it.
そうでした。ごめんなさい。バカなことを言ってしまって。私が憧れたのはあなたのそういう強さでした。
Oh? I feel a warmth against my forehead. CL's pressing her hand to it, checking my temperature.
だから、私が力になります。
Okay.
先輩。
あなたがもしその恐怖に耐えられなくなったら、私が力になります。私には何もできないけど、手を握るくらいはできますから。
I mean, I appreciate it. A good unprotected hand holding, you know, that does wonders. The light is so bright I have to squint. As a great weight lifts from my chest, I finally realize something. I want Ciel to be happy. It isn't the breathless infatuation I feel for Arquid, but something closer to gratitude and an actual bond. A real, earnest desire to see her lead a joyful life. Unfortunately, I don't know how realistic that is.
それじゃあ、もしそういう時が来たら、先輩を頼ります。
But I can't tell her that. So instead I put my brave face back on and smile. Hang on, let me... Okay, yeah. Hauling myself upright, I take a sip of tea. Sadly, it's gone lukewarm. Okay, yeah, just...
ところで先輩、さっきの仕返しですけど。
Okay, yeah, break the mood. Yep, sure.
はい。
先輩って一体どういう人なんでしょうか。
Shiki, why couldn't you have just left it?
考えてみたら、俺はシエル先輩のことを何も知らない。これまで何をしていたのかとか、どうして吸血鬼と戦うことになったのかとか。
I think you already know more about that than you think, buddy.
私のことですか？
Yeah, apparently.
そんなの話してもつまらないというか、本当にがっかりさせてしまうので話したくないというか。
No, go on. Yes.
いいんです。話せる範囲で話してください。そうじゃないと、自分を抑えられる自信がありません。
Yeah, you don't know anything about her. Yep. For sure. Well, I mean, I guess he doesn't. I guess he doesn't really.
話せる範囲でいいなら
I mean, does he remember those dreams? Maybe
せっ
not.
かくの時間がつまらないものになっちゃいますよ。
No problem, I shrug. I want to know more about her, even if that means getting into some heavy topics.
とは言っても、本当に大したことはないんです。私はフランスのある地方都市の生まれで、お父さんはパン職人で、お母さんは日本人で。12歳の時に教会に入って、あとはずっと使徒を討伐する仕事をしていました。それと、今回みたいに学校に潜入調査するのは初めてです。勝手が違うので最初は戸惑いました。
Okay, you know what? Something I've been confused about, right? Is so she turned into Roa at 12 in the remake, right? So I assume, or you know, Roa assume. I assume when that happened, she stopped growing. And then obviously when Arquid killed her and then she came back to life, I don't remember how that works exactly. But when that I assume, again, she was done growing, because well, I guess no, because she's human, so I guess maybe she resumed her human growth? But that wouldn't really make sense though, because basically I think Roa did some body edits. Okay. Cause yeah, otherwise, shouldn't she look younger than she is? Not as, gone through puberty as she has? Same way she got an instant makeover in Road 2. Okay. Okay. I guess that makes sense. They aged her up a little. But that makes it kind of disturbing when you think about it, right? Because, like, in the original, right, he just assumed... Oh, no, because in the original, he also looked different. Because they had the two different versions. Oh, actually, I hadn't thought about that in terms of CL. So that's basically... So are we to assume then that... Because if her body is grown because of that, then we also have to assume that her general looks are also... Like, what we're seeing right here is also through Roa's influence, which would then make you wonder, why does she get flustered, like happily flustered when complimented on her looks? Because assuming her looks are influenced by Roa, you'd think she would detest how she looks. But I don't know. Ignoring that the game does say she was I don't know. I don't know. It's fine to because like in the original, it happened when she was 16, right? So it makes sense that she had the high schooler's form, whereas here again, she said she was 12. It's like it doesn't really, it doesn't make much sense. I don't know. Noah still recognizes her from before, so presumably Roa just aged her up a few years and didn't change features. Okay. Just odd. I don't know. This was mentioned why eventual school though, is incredibly okay.
今回が初めて。
Yeah.
そうですよね。吸血鬼を相手にするんだから、普通学校に用はありませんよね。
I guess that would be kind of odd. Huh. Even if you'd hate being aged up, the realization that you don't, yeah, this is fair. Now that I think about it, that is kind of strange.
そうですね。今回は特殊なケースでした。
And she's supposed to be not including the Roa. No, because she was only Roa for a week here, right? Because she took over her town in like a week, it said, and then Arkwood came and dealt with her. She was only Roa for like 10 days max, right? Okay. Yeah, she's supposed to be 25. Okay. Hmm.
あとは代行者になった理由ですが、これは私にその才能があったからです。せっかくの死なない体を使わないのはもったいないですから。
You're skipping out on a detail there, CL.
死なない体が才能？まあそう言えなくもないけど。先輩、生まれつきそういう体だったんですか？
No.
いいえ、遠野くんと同じです。私も生まれつきこういう体をしていたわけではありません。
Yeah, you went through an incident. Yeah, I knew she was in her 20s. I couldn't, because I know I'm pretty sure it said the year during the Roa flashback we had, like the prior, like 2 days ago. In-game 2 days ago, that is. But I couldn't remember exactly what year it said. Or did it say? I'm pretty sure it said a year. I think. I don't know.
一度死にかけて、いえ、一度死んで、そこから生き返った人間なんです。なんか そうしたら生き返るのが癖になっちゃいまして。
Doesn't the remake take place in 2020? Oh no, it takes place in 2014. Right, duh. I don't know why I thought it's... No, sorry. That's on me. This takes place in 2014, right? So yeah, that makes sense. Okay. For some reason, I thought the game took place in 2020 for a second. Because I got so used to a bunch of games all making the timeline like take place in the year it came out. So I was... Okay. Yeah. Somebody don't have a taste for it. Yeah, it's, yeah. CL smiles wryly. I guess she meant that as a joke. But I'm not laughing. Remake was originally, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she dead. She died.
はい。吸血鬼に殺されたんです。でもご存知の通り、私は何があっても元通りになる体質だったので、なんとか生き返れたんですよ。
You gonna say which vampire killed you? Is that, Shiki might, be a bit more understanding of your you and Arkwid's beef if you went over that specific detail.
生き返れたって。
Uh-huh.
普通死んだら生き返れないというか。
Well, I mean...
ですから、私は普通じゃなかったんです。それは遠野くんも見たでしょ?
We should probably stop talking about this, Shiki. She's right. I have. If her battle with Vlov was all I had seen, I could have pretended otherwise. But what she showed me last night was indisputably unnatural, even more so than my eyes.
でも先輩は先輩です。普通じゃなくてもいいです。
There you go. Give her reassurance.
今の先輩が大好きです。
Good boy.
それはお昼にも伺いました。でもちょっとわかりません。こんな体、気味が悪いだけだと思います。私、遠野くんを怖がらせてばかりだと思ってました。
You were kind. You gave him the will to keep living after he thought he'd murdered someone. That goes a long way. It does. It does.
ですね。そんなの何度も言ってるでしょ。異性として先輩が魅力的なのは言うまでもないし、吸血鬼と戦う先輩はかっこいいです。
You're so かっこいい。かっこいい。
俺は今でもブローブと戦う先輩が忘れられない。あの地獄みたいな状況で先輩はみんなを守るために戦ってくれた。怖がるなんてとんでもない。
Incredibly cool isn't quite what I mean. What I really want to tell her is how much I look up to her, how deeply I respect her. But I don't want to come on too strong, so this is my compromise, yeah.
遠野くん、それは違いますよ。
Well, explain.
私は勇敢なんかじゃありません。死への恐怖がないだけなんです。だって私は死にませんから。
That's true.
あの時だって恐怖なんてかけらもなかった。
Yeah.
私はただ鈍感なだけなんです。本当に勇気を持つ人間とは死に怯えながらも戦える人のことです。私にその勇気はありません。だって死にませんから。
I was gonna try and poke a hole in her logic, but I really can't. So I'll let Shiki do it.
私が普通ではないのはこの
If
精
he
神
does
性
it.
です。死への恐怖に関してだけ言えば、私は吸血鬼以上の化け物でしょう。
Yeah.
化け物って先輩。
But that's how she feels.
いいです。事実ですから。私は死なないから何も怖くない。何をやっても生き返るから、どんなにひどいことをされても、どんなひどいことをしても、何も怖いとは思えない。私はそういう人間なんです。そこはちゃんと理解していてくださいね。
I mean, we do, to an extent, I guess. CL's smile never falters for a second, but it's fake, it's hollow. It's hard to tell how much of what she's saying is sincere and how much is just self-deprecation. Still, there's something that nags at me.
でも、傷を負えば痛いじゃないですか。生き返るから怖くないとしても、痛みはあるでしょう。
Yeah, I think the torture the church put her through, trying to finish her off, so to speak, probably desensitized her quite a bit.
ならやっぱり先輩は。
そんなの、痒かったり嫌だったりするだけです。
Yeah. That's concerning.
蘇生が約束されている私に恐怖はありません。ただ痛いだけなら誰にだって耐えられるでしょ。
That's disturbingly unhealthy. That's
そう。誰だって私と同じ体だったのなら同じことができたんです。
I disagree. I think there are people who wouldn't be able to get past the pain aspect.
昔、私はこの体になるきっかけで罪を犯しました。多くの間違いを犯して、多くの人命を見殺しにした。その後、私に課せられたのは、犠牲になった人々の数と同じだけの処罰でした。
Yeah.
私はそれを耐えたことで罪を許され、代行者に選ばれた。聖人に匹敵する忍耐だ。なんて。
Yeah, you're.
司祭様に褒められたりもしました。
I mentioned High School DD the other day. I'm gonna steal a line from it because it works. The body might be immortal, but the mind isn't. Her mind could have easily broken for every time she was killed and came back. Like, cause yeah, she can deal with the pain now, but like at first, you know, it probably took a lot of deaths for her to fully get past the you know, the whole pain part. Like I'm sure it was torture for a long time. So yeah, no, the fact that she didn't completely break, I mean, again, her outlook isn't exactly healthy, if we're being honest here, but you know, she could have ended up worse. That's for sure.
私は全然強くない。単に死なない体だから、体が強いから罰に耐えられただけ。普通の体だったなら、きっと一日で投げ出していたんです。
Yeah. Probably not. If we're being honest here, yeah. With that, CL falls silent. As much as it pains me to leave the conversation on that note, I know that nothing I could say would serve as an adequate response. It's only pain. Anyone can bear that. And yet, those words lodge in my brain like a splinter. Yeah, it's a terrifying, honestly, almost inhuman thing to say, if we're being completely honest. It's not that simple, usually. The setting sun bathes the clubroom in scarlet. CL and I stayed here until the end of the school day.
では、今日から私と遠野くんはチームですね。
Yep.
一旦お家に戻りますか？死者の探索は夜になってからの方が効率的ですし。
Oh yeah, we can probably get a quick shut-eye, huh? Maybe. CL turns to me as she clears away the teacups. Her suggestion makes sense, but I'm surprised to hear it coming from her.
本当に俺でいいですか?
I mean, that's the conclusion we came to, isn't it?
もちろんです。協力してくれると言ったのは遠野くんの方じゃないですか。遠野くんを一人にするのも危険だし、私がつきっきりで監督させてもらいます。これでも先輩ですから、やるとなったら吸血鬼探しのイロハをたっぷり教え込んであげましょう。
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess he's not a professional quite yet, but I would say he's done pretty well for himself already. CL puffs out her chest with pride. Her enthusiasm is infectious. But just as I catch it...
とは言っても、死者の数は減ってきているので、イロハを教え込む前に終わってしまいそうですけど。
Yeah, plus Arkwood's taken some of them, so it's like, you know, we might be able to, you know, get one maybe. Hang on, I have to reply to this. Okay. Sorry, I had to reply to that.
この分ならあと1週間といったところでしょうか。
Yeah, week's probably not enough time to get us up to a professional status.
1週間ですか？本当にそんなに早く？
Probably.
ええ、経験則から言ってそれぐらいです。遠野くんさえ望むなら、もう1日2日程度の短縮はできますが。
No, we'll take the week. Maybe even stretch it to a month, you know, I don't know. 1 week. Arkwood never mentioned how long this vampire business would last. In that vacuum, it was easy to imagine it continuing indefinitely. For it to be over in a week seems surreal.
遠野くん？どうしました？浮かない顔をして。
You know, just sad you'll be gone so quickly, I guess.
もしや、今日中に解決しろ。
No, opposite actually. Quite the opposite.
そんな無茶は言いません。隠れている死者を見つけ出すのは地道な調査だって知ってますから。ただその町に潜む吸血鬼を全部殺したら先輩の仕事も終わってしまいます。そうしたら先輩は
He's afraid you'd be gone. Like in a week, that is. I look away. I'd hoped I would never have to think about how that sentence ends. Even though I knew my time with CL couldn't last forever, it's painful to be staring that truth in the face. Unbearably so.
先輩はすぐに次の町に行ってしまうんですか?
Perhaps that's what pushes me to speak those fateful words.
何を言っているんですか、遠野くんは。死者を一掃したところで仕事は終わりませんよ。私はロアを倒すまでこの町に残ります。元凶を残したまま職務放棄はできませんからね。
I'm trying to remember how much. Like, obviously, Mario knows. They're assuming he's does he know that Arkwood killed Roa once? Because again, Mario knows. I don't remember if she knows. Cold realization crashes over me as I comprehend her words. I can't go anywhere until I kill Roa.
ちょっと待ってくれ、先輩。そのロアってやつ、もういないんだろ。
はい。
いや、だってアルクエイドのやつ、ロアはもうやっつけたって言ってたし。
The room freezes. She didn't know apparently. Okay, right. Ciel's eyes stab into mine. Her glare hardens from astonishment to animosity. And all the time I've known her, I've never seen her so shocked. And in the end, that's what makes me realize that I've just killed my last, most desperate hope with my own 2 hands. I mean, she deserved to know, but...
先輩、ロアはもう死んでいます。それは確かなことだと、俺も思います。
アルクエイドの発言は信じられません。
あいつが嘘を言っていると。
いえ、彼女にそんな気の利いた真似はできないでしょう。
Well, okay.
この目で見るまでは信じられないという意味です。遠野くん、彼女は他に何か言っていましたか？
I don't think so.
他には、ああ、そうだ。ロアの棺は学校の地下にあった。なんてふざけたことを言って。
Oh yeah, no, there she goes. There she's off.
確かめに行きます。遠野くんはここに残っていてください。
Okay. Ciel puts a hand on the door. Tragic resolve weighs heavy on her shoulders. I can't just stand here and watch her go. I have to make a choice. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place here. I have about 45 minutes before I have to go. But if this would... how long would this next section be? If you have a rough idea. Yeah, we can do that. Which I assume staying here is the bad end, right? Because we're split away from her. Okay, I'll stay here. I'm gonna put a save down actually. Right quick. I'll only get in her way. I'll stay here. I'd better do as she says. Even if Roa's dead like Orkwood said, there's no telling what kind of danger is still lurking his lair. It's probably full of traps to ensnare intruders while he slept. An amateur vampire hunter tagging along would only get in Ciel's way.
わかりました。ここで待っていていいですか？
Yeah.
もちろん。でも、1時間経っても戻ってこなかったら、町の方に出ていてください。前に食事をしたお店を覚えていますか？あそこで合流しましょう。
Okay. Ciel darts out the door before it can reply. I am curious to see how this exactly leads to a bad end. I assume maybe... zombie gets him. A ghoul. It's almost been an hour. CL still hasn't come back. Given her abilities, I can't imagine she's in danger, but it's hard not to fear the worst. What if there were zombies left in Roa's lair? She'd be just fine. Without me weighing her down, she could take on 100 zombies with ease. What if she ran into Arkwid? That would be trouble, but still manageable. It wouldn't turn into a repeat of last night, not while the sun's still up. What if in the subterranean darkness of Roa's coffin, she stumbled upon an unthinkable truth? Could have done. No, man. I laughed to stave off my unease. Anyway, it's time to move. CL's probably waiting for me at Messiaen already. I don't know about that. Just then, I hear the club room door slide open.
Senpai?
I don't think so. I poke my head out from the tatami room. There's no one there. The door is closed. Behind you.
隣の教室からの音だったのかな?
Yeah, totally.
クソ虫見つけた。
Hey, Noelle. I guess she's, fully lost it, huh? Did she figure out what was happening to us? The floor shudders. A great earthquake rocks the earth. As though the entire world is falling apart. Is that it? No, okay. I was about to say, if it just cut off there and went to the CL Sensei, I would have...
やっぱりそうじゃね。
What'd you know?
やっぱりそうじゃない。
A quiet voice reaches my ears. It's cracked and raspy as though shedding the throat it passes through. As I recognize the woman it's coming from. Sensei? I realize that my own voice is being choked. Some kind of gag has been stuffed into my mouth. I try to speak, but only drool comes out. Noelle, we can talk about this. Whatever you're planning to do, you don't have to do it. I hear a ragged breathing. It takes a moment to register that it's my own. But I feel no discomfort. Actually, I feel nothing at all.
何がもう少し様子を見るよ。バカじゃないの、バカじゃないの、バカじゃないの。
Pretty brain dead, yeah.
疑わしきは罰するでしょ。吸血鬼殺しに人助けなんて余裕あるわけないじゃない。慈善事業じゃないんだから。
Okay.
ああ、でもそっか。それならそれで趣味に走ってもいいってことだ。
Yeah, fun is good. Love some fun. Noelle. Through the numbness, my lungs scream at my larynx to inhale. But I can't feel my throat. There must be something wrong with it. Slowly, with growing dread.
What?
Yeah, sure. Well, whatever you want. Yep. I begin to realize that I'm already far beyond saving. Yep. Probably. I try to scream, but no sound escapes my mouth. I struggle to move, but my body won't respond. The heated breathing that fills the room isn't coming from my lungs, but from hers. Yeah. Is that a problem?
でも残念。君の大好きな先輩は司祭様に呼び出しを受けて尋問中。そして君は今残った最後のあれを失ったのでした。
Noelle, what happened to you? There's not much left of me. What's she talking about? I don't feel anything missing, but then I don't feel anything. Perhaps that's a small kindness on her part. Yeah, kindness. Uh-huh. Or perhaps seeing her victims' confused faces is part of the fun. All I know is that I haven't lost feeling in my limbs, but rather, I have no limbs left to feel.
ロアの棺の話をするの、一日遅かったわね。
Why?
私より先にシエルさんが見つけていたら、少しはマシな裁判になったかも。
Oh. It's our fault, huh? My vision starts to blur. I feel like a beached salmon flopping on a riverbank. No matter how I struggle, I'm not going anywhere. All I can do is listen to her ragged breathing, sneering, apologetic, hopeless.
普通の武器を使ってあげてるから痛みもないでしょ。ただ気持ち悪いだけでしょ。
Oh yeah, they figured out what was up, I guess. ね
え、どこをカットしてほしい？肩、背中、お腹、お尻？四季君のお願いなら何でも聞いてあげる。
I'd rather none of those.
ああ、でもギャグを外すのは NG ね。助けてなんて声を上げられたら、私、多分一撃で頭潰しちゃうから。
Something tells me that's an empty threat. She isn't going to kill me. She won't make it that easy. There really must be something wrong with me. She's gone mad, and yet I understand her perfectly.
もう泣いちゃってかわいい。
Noelle, you're fucked up.
大丈夫。夜はこれからだもの。たっぷり楽しみましょう。
I took apart those dead apostles with you. We bonded.
どんなに泣いても漏らしても構わないわ。 だって最後には
A dark shape drops into view with a thump. Small enough for her to hold in her hands, yet large enough to tower over me like a prison wall. The box.
泣き叫びながらこの中に入るんだから。
Yeah. Is a dreadful black box that looks all too familiar. Okay. Yeah, so, okay. So my guess is... At the coffin... They... find... I don't get how they would find anything that would give them reason to believe Roa was being... The consciousness was being transferred to Shiki, though. I just don't see how that would... You also get this bad end if you don't talk to Ciel about Arg. Oh, so if we just... Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense, because... Yeah, no, I assume Noelle and Mario still would have found it, or yeah. Makes sense. Play Dubious Hint segment number 15, sure. Got time for a Ciel Sensei. Noelle's halberd.
Oh, I
haven't seen the last CL. Ooh, should I skip this? Because I haven't seen the previous, like, 2 dead ends. Nah, okay.
誰であれ代行者はみんなあれなんですな。何？ストレス溜まるの？シエルんとこ。今回のエンドはシスターノエルの独断です。彼女一人になるとバランス取れなくなるので。
We could tell. Yeah, we could tell.
私もこうならないよう注意していたのですが、諸事情あって目を離してしまったので。
Yeah.
諸事情ってどんな？
Getting chewed out by Mario.
A、シスターノエルの密告を聞いた司祭代行が代行者シエルを召集してしまった。B、単独で下水道に向かった代行者シエルはロアの状態を知り、塔の邸に捜索に向かったのどちらかですね。A の方は午後に招集の知らせが届いたので、それを無視できるような状態であればよかった。
AKA being with us in the tea ceremony room.
B の方は言わずもがなです。遠野くんの遠慮が悪い結果を招いてしまった。
Yeah.
なのでこの日は積極的に行動しましょう。何があっても作動室です。
Oh, okay.
なるほど。シエルという重しがノエルにはいい安全弁だったわけか。
Something like that, yeah.
それはそれとして B の場合でもシエルなら作動室に戻ってこられるよね。
Oh wait, no, I had him backwards, I guess. Okay, no, never mind.
なんであんなスーパー拷問タイムを感化しちまったわけ？
Or maybe not?
それは塔の邸に単独で潜入したら。
したら
ら
You die?
今回の遠野くんの状態よりひどい目に遭ってしまっていたからとかどうです？
What they do? What happened to you, CL?
やめろよ、目が笑ってにゃいよ。どんだけやばいんだよ、あの屋敷。
Who knows? Okay, well, yeah, see you next time. Okay, well, that was disturbing. I thought because we had bonded with Noelle a little bit that, okay, I wasn't really expecting her to, like, I knew she was kind of losing it, but I didn't expect her to decide to just 180 and kill us all of a sudden. But okay, I mean, I guess we'll get, as we get further into the main story, we'll find out more about that. I guess because we'll probably be there to find whatever it is Noelle found to, just for her to warrant to decide to kill us, I guess. But you know, like I said, I have to go in about 30-ish, 25-30 minutes, so I'm gonna end there. Yeah, just off that bad end, I can already tell the next part of the story is probably gonna be eventful. That's just one way of putting it. It'll be eventful. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later for when we go exploring the Roa's coffin area below the school. So yeah, I'll catch you later. Peace.